Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Ponge Drunk loves you.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? You already know this is Ponge on Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Let me know if y'all hear me. Let me know if y'all hear me. He said, can't hear no audio. Lono's Boxing in the building. Call in the building. No sound, no sound. YTO just did a unified bang in the building. Was good, man. Let me know if y'all hear me or there's no sound. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, look at it right here. He said, about time we got a TO show. Let me know if y'all hear me, man. Jared Davo in the building. Meg in the building. Audio's good now. Okay. Is the visual good? Is the audio good? Pat Nation in the building, man. The members outside today. The members was outside today. Pat Nation in the building. Maybe they heard people heard they're gonna be a sweepstakes. They possibly gonna be a sweepstake probably for Christmas. Oh, in the building! Toss Edward Queso con los 20 pesos. That super chari party case said, what's goody, my ninjas? Why you coming in with the GoPro 3? Audio is good. Okay. All right. Audio is good. Shout out to Queso. The humanitarian in the sport of boxing in the YTB. Si que está la música de Queso. Let's start this thing off. La música de Queso. Esperando que está la música de Queso. Aquí está. All right, baby. Let's start this thing off.
He got his own money. He's got his own money. I need
Want to be a little bit positive today. Ladies and gentlemen, I got breaking news. I got breaking news today. Queso. Hey, y'all got breaking news today.
He is rich.
DJ Camelo, Alex Sensation. Págame la música. Ladies and gentlemen, I got breaking news today. And she's making it public. Clarissa Shields, YouTube channel. Clarissa Shields, 3-division undisputed world champion. I got a message. Maybe it was her. Maybe it was not her. But I got a message from Clarissa Shields' YouTube channel. Y'all can see it for yourself. It's in the videos in the comment section. I'm going to let y'all read it for yourself. Randy. Hold on. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second. I got a message. I want to share the message with you guys. Got to share the message with you guys. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. Dando cheese con los 10 pesos a comprar comida china. Shakur passes the, is it Sharrigan or Shenanigan? He can't box Teo. But I'm wondering how he takes Teo's punch and reacts to the explosiveness. Teo is a different type of athlete. 50-50. Can't wait. Will Def be in the building? Charles at the Cheese is making his way to New York City, January 2026. We got to link up, Gesso. We got to link up. Go to that pizzeria you've been talking about. But peep this, ladies and gentlemen. Peep this. I got to show you. I'm under attack. They're attacking me, y'all. They are attacking me. Hold on. Give me a sec. Punch, I like you. Please don't lose your bread betting on Teo. Man, I hope y'all don't lose y'all bread betting against Teo. And isn't this a smart underdog also? Give me a sec. Mira. Wait a minute. Give me a sec. This is when I know that my little voice, my little traffic voice in this community really sets the tone. I may have 33 people looking on right now. I may be a little channel. I'm not a high traffic channel that get how many views? Like I don't get no 500, 1,000 views. People looking on. I walk the street. Nobody know who I. Little old Punch run boxing. But in the boxing world, they confront like they don't know who I am. They confront that I got a little voice, but they make me feel like I'm somebody special, somebody big. See, it's not the numbers. It's just I ignite emotions. I know why I'm blackballed in certain promotional companies, even a little old channel man like myself. But let me share this with y'all. I want to share it with my peoples. Give me a second. Where is that? I want to share this with my people. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. I got to make a video about this, but I want to chop it up right now. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. What y'all reading in the screen? Hold on, let me take this thing out of the way. What y'all reading in the screen? What y'all reading in the screen, ladies and gentlemen? Taquillao. What y'all reading in the screen, ladies and gentlemen? To see the authenticity of this comment. Hold on, I'll show y'all. To see the authenticity of this comment. Mira. Me quiere llevar para la corte. She want to take me, hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, she want to take me to caso cerrado. Mira, la mujer me quiere llevar by Judge Mathis, Judge Judy. Caso cerrado. Me está llevando para la corte. Yo, taquillao, la mujer. Espera. Caso cerrado. Wow. Yo, I didn't think I had that type of influence. Yo, I ain't even the Breakfast Club out here. I'm not even. What was the channel that got who sued that chick, man? Who's the chick that was it Cardi B? That Cardi B sued that. Caso cerrado. Me está llevando. Yo. The GWOAT is suing your boy. He sent a message. Well, the channel sent a message from her channel and say that they are suing me and they're going to serve me, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Tasha K. Yo. Hey, Clemens only got 39 people looking on. I ain't a big damn. At least wait. Hey yo. Let me. Hey yo. Go. Wait till I get big enough, and then maybe. Pero que tú vas a ganar conmigo? Hey, man, wait till I get somewhere. Damn. Yo, damn, son. Damn, I ain't even get to be famous yet. Shit, hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine if I was famous? Bots coming. Yo, no, it's not bots. Look, I'm for real. Hold on, let me take this thing out of the way. Let me take this thing out of the way. Hold on. No, I'm that serious. Mira. I got y'all right here, folks. Give me a second. I got you right here. Look. No, I'm gonna take this thing out, man. Me gusta eso. Look. See that? I'm gonna push. Look. I'm gonna press it. Look. Bow. Mira. To the channel. View the channel. Bow. Bang. Nah, ain't no bow. It's ella, look, this is what she wrote first, but I think she erased this one. Mira. Bow. I promise you getting sued because you're sitting here lying, but no worries, you getting served. Ay. Punch Drunk is in trouble. Dan Raphael, Mike Coppinger, write about it. Put on ESPN. Stephen A. Smith, help me out here. Yo, I'm not even Stephen A. Smith. Yo, Punch, you might have to give her el plátano. Yo! Boxing talk. Here's for the Punch Legal Fund. Thank you. I need help. Me están dando llamada. I need help from everybody right now. Help me right now. Que they're gonna take, she's gonna take everything from me. La papita, el juguito. He said, no disrespect to Shakur, but a great fighter. But moving up in his 4th weight division against Linio and Teo, no shot. Ya, bro, me van a llevar para caso cerrado, man. She, man. Yo, this no funny, man. I'm getting sued out here, bro. Little old punch on boxing. Clarissa Shield was about to sue me. Me va a quitar todo. Huh? The Metro card. Everything I got left. El Dal Zarango que tiene 130K, que I need a new car también, me lo va a llevar todo. I ain't gonna have nothing. I need all the support. He said, dale, ay. Pero mira, ey, mujer. He said, me va a llevar la juca se la va a llevar ella. She's gonna take the hookahs, she's gonna take the drinks, she's gonna take the little bit of a moonshine that I got left, that got stashed. Me la va a llevar todo. I'm gonna look like Adrian Broner in court. Le voy a decir al judge, I only got $13 in my pocket. No sea así, Clarissa. No sea así. Don't do that to me. Diablo, my little 13K view. Ya está aquí ya, ella. Huh? Why you didn't sue Cameron? Huh? Why you going to sue little old punch on boxing? Huh? She tight, bro. Yo, that's when you know. That's when you know that when you think that people don't listen, they listen. The fighters be acting like they don't be on social media. They act like they don't look at the little people. They all listen. That's why, to be honest, I don't be fazed. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, they don't show support. But most of the time, I don't be fazed by the numbers. I look at other channels be having high traffic. But this right here, Punch Run Boxing, this right here, this is the boutique of boxing. This is the boutique of boxing. If y'all just tuning in right now, Clarissa Shields' YouTube channel, send a comment. I don't know if it was her assistant, but she be going live on her YouTube channel. And she wrote to Punch Run Boxing and say that she is suing me. She is suing me for me questioning the $8 million deal. And what she said is just a number that she threw out there. So if it's a number, I'm questioning, but hey, let's see what Caso Cerrado says to me. Let's see what Judge Judy or Judge Mathis say to me. You know, I hope I get a lenient judge that, understand. Hopefully I beat a couple charges from like Diddy did. Hopefully, I get a break like Young Thug. Hopefully I win the case like Johnny Depp. Hopefully I win like OJ Simpson. Yo, Judge Joe Brown. Yo, mira, yo. I never imagined this. It's true. Mira, G-Bo, I'm going to counter sue. Mira, esa tigra, she called me liar. I ain't no liar. Yo. Oh man, yo, this YouTube boxing shit got it. I told y'all folks. Look. Let me take this thing out of the way. Let me take it out of the way. Let me take this thing out of the way. Señorita Laura, señorita Laura, mira esta tigra me está, me quiere llevar los little plátanos that I have left, y la papa, y los onions and stuff like that. Mira. Oh, come on, man. Come on. I just wanted to share y'all. So if y'all see me in the street, asking, panhandling in the New York City subway, y'all already know what it is. All right? I'm just letting y'all know. I don't want y'all to make fun of me. If y'all see me out there looking like Eddie Murphy and what was the trading places, asking for money and stuff like that. Don't feel sorry because they was attacking me. Okay? ¿Qué pasa? El desgraciado. Mira que Clarissa Shield is going to sue me. She said I'm going to get served any day. I think why she mad. I think why she really mad is because Layla Ali featured me in her last video. That's what it is. It's because it's not because she saw it here. It's because gonna sue. Yeah, I'm not lying. They sent me a message. They said that I'm gonna be sued and I'm gonna be served. Clarissa Shields gonna sue you. Yeah. I'm not lying. Look, mira. I put it in the screen. I put the one that she put first. Look. I promise you getting sued because you sitting here lying, but no worries. You're getting served. Let's just serve me with a dance battle. Can we have a dance battle? Can we have a dance battle? Damn, I that video ain't even go like not even 20K. It's because of the Tarver. It's because I called Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver with a wig. The judge is gonna be like, we're going to suing you because you called Antonio Tarver with a wig. This all started with me calling Amanda Serrano the greatest woman of all time, and she gets mad. Hey, yo, you remember when she said that she's gonna sue anybody who posts the video of her getting knocked down by the sparring? Yo, what I told y'all folks about, I told y'all about this boxing community. I'm gonna tell you like this. You could look at them like fighters, but the fighters are the most emotional human creatures. They're the most emotional. They act tough. They seem like they have a tough skin, but they're highly weak mentally and highly weak in the heart. They're highly weak in the heart. I thought she just got an 8 million. She should be happy. Why she's mad? Thinking, why you mad? You just got $3 million. You got a $3 million bonus. You got $8 million. Why you listening to a little old me? Do I got that in dinner? Yo, Clarissa Shields. Let me Clarissa Shields. You just got a $3 million bonus. You going to hire a lawyer to serve me and then go to court. For what? I'm even backed up on my mortgage right now. Yo estoy pobre. But all right. This is the highlight. This is the highlight of the year, of the end of the year. Diablo, Clarissa Shields, and Christmas is gonna come. I got little kitties and stuff like that. I gotta buy Christmas gifts, and this is the time that you're gonna sue me, during the holidays. Ella es mala. She's mad. She's bad. You gonna sue me during the holidays? Can you wait till like February and January and stuff like that? As a matter of fact, after the holidays and then the income tax, can you wait like give me like April, huh? Hey, yo, I'm gonna do a video about this because she the one that put it public. I didn't even get an email. She want to let everybody knows. She want to let everybody know that she is suing Punch Drunk Boxing. She want to let everybody know. Nah, I gotta put it. Yeah. I got to make a video. Maybe she's, I don't know. She was, man. Oh, she woke up in the morning too, because that was 7 hours ago. I just saw her before I went live. So for the people that's tuning in right now, I know we're gonna be talking about this Teofimo Lopez and things of that nature. But okay, so Clarissa the Clarissa the Guo Shields YouTube channel, and it's her actual YouTube channel. I already showed y'all, saying that she is going to sue me because of the video that it says Clarissa Shields caught faking her $8 million deal. Question mark. Just a number we threw out there, what she said during the CBS. She's the one that said that, not me. But she should be so happy that she got all this money. Why is she looking down at a channel that video didn't even do 20K? Ain't even do 15K. It's because, I'm telling you folks, it's because that's why I tell y'all, like I said again, dudes may look at my channel and be like, Punch Drunk, you ain't got no traffic. You ain't nobody. You only got 50 people looking on, 30 people looking on, 60 people looking on. But the important people look on. The important people looks on. The fighters look on. But I tell you like this. Okay. Because there's other things I know. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. They watching. No, they watching. But if they watching, I'm going to give the people that's watching, mira, I know a couple things that I know about you. Mira, I ain't even gonna make for the people that's looking on right now. For the people that's looking on right now and mad at Punch Drunk Boxing, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you going that route, I may have to truly expose something or a couple things that I know, and I was willing to never say anything about it. But if you really want to go that route, where the gloves is off, because I know something that I know something so deep that it might affect how people truly see you, and it might affect those that you love and how they see you. Let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. I said once before that this YouTube stuff is all fun. Nah, Punch, you are one of the most. Hey, yo, Truth, good looking out. I'm gonna tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. And if fighters are looking on right now, right? I'm gonna say it like this for fighters and the people in the business that's looking on right now. Let me tell y'all something. I know things that I haven't even said 10% of what I know behind the scenes, and what I know about you and you and you and you and you and what you did and what you did and who you did and who you did and who you slept with. If you're mad at me, because let me tell you like this. I said it again. I said it before. I got too much morals and too much principle to go that route. And I won't go that route. If push really comes to shove, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, really? Okay. Oh, you trying to take my livelihood. Ah, boy. And let me tell you like this. If Punch Drunk Boxing wanted to go viral right now, I'm gonna say like this. Listen up, boxers. Listen up, boxing personnels. If I was selfish enough and I wanted to go viral right now, I got information on people that I could go viral right now, and my name will ring bells for 2 weeks straight, every day, and every single channel will be talking about Punch Drunk Boxing. I'm gonna say it again. I know shit that I could say right now, and the world of boxing will be talking about Punch Drunk Boxing for 2 weeks straight. I'll be the most talked about dude in the sport of boxing. Push me enough, and I will go fly off the cliff with information. And if y'all follow the channel, y'all subscribe to the channel, I'll put that on my mama, never swear. I'll put that on my kids. Push to shove, I will expose you to the point. If you really want to go viral, I know information about those that I will go viral, and everybody will truly know my name. So relax. Cause this little funny stuff here and there, and videos that I make, little funny there, stay with those. Because the shit that I do online here is nothing compare of information that I know. And I just don't know facts, and it's going to be speculation. I mean, I just don't know things that people are going to guess what it is. Facts. So leave little Punch Drunk Boxing alone. Let him do a little video. Let him do his video. Hey yo, no. Hey yo, pound for pound king. I could have turned things on TMZ a long time ago, bro. Nah. You know why I know? I'm not going. You know why? Because you're soon I'm due from the street. I don't have to go that route. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta go that route. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And let me tell you like this. And let me tell you like this, y'all. Bang bang, truth. Everybody in the comment section. In the end of the day, motherfuckers show me love because they know. Mother effer show me so much love because they know what I know, and I never said nothing. That's how deep it is. Motherfuckers show me love. They're not even gonna press me, but they show me love because they know what I know, and I never say nothing. And I rather have that reputation because they know that I could capitalize off information. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm good. I'm good being that guy. I'm good. I sleep well. I know there's a God that's looking at me. I know. I don't got to go that route. I don't want to go that route. That's not me. That's not me. But I'm just letting you know. I know things. I know things that I will go viral. Dan Raphael, Mike Coppinger, and any boxing channel got nothing on Punch Drunk Boxing when it comes to information. I'm letting you know right now. I swear to everything I love, nobody knows more information. I know information that I will go viral tonight in a span of 20 minutes. Trust me. But I like that I'm still that guy that knows shit and never says shit. And that right there, it might not bring me a long way when it comes to YouTube or Twitter. But as a man, and they see me in the street, the love is like, yo, this dude is a solid dude. Hey, yo, I'm more solid than your siblings. Pues vamos a hablar Label sale. Color. Boxing talk in the building. Cooler heads prevail, y'all. Everybody, any takes a breath and relax. Everybody take a step and pause. Let's be cool. Let's be cool. Let's be cool. Let's be cool. All right? It ain't that serious. But if you are gunning down to my livelihood, hey, styles make fights open. Let's talk about this fight, ladies and gentlemen. I think, let me put that picture up again. Let's talk about this Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Gonna set the tone for 2026. January is reported as a done deal. New York City, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Tri-State area. Two of the most decorated champions of this young generation. Y'all already know Teofimo Lopez, two-time millennial, should be recognized as should have been recognized if it wasn't for the politics of the sport of boxing to become to be recognized as the first two-division undisputed world champion by the age of 25 in the four-belt era. If it wasn't for the politics of the sport of boxing, Teo would have been the first by the age of 25. Y'all already know the Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez in the lightweight division was supposed to be recognized as undisputed in the lightweight division. When he moved up to the 140-pound division, we all know that Josh Taylor was undefeated, undisputed, and he vacated his belts before fighting Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez beat him. So if it wasn't for the WBC franchise in the lightweight division, if it wasn't for Josh Taylor vacating his belt, we'll be crowning and we'll be recognizing Teofimo Lopez as the two-division undisputed world champion. The four-belt era would have been the first male. And shout out to Clarissa Shields. She's the first female. I still think, though, that a lot of people are stuck. A lot of people are stuck with one fight when it comes to Teofimo Lopez. And I think that I think it doesn't go away. It's gonna be 5 years. It's gonna be 5 years, folks. It's gonna be 5 years. The reason why Teofimo Lopez the underdog is because the bookies and people are still stuck with George Camboso. You just can't get the George Camboso out your mind. But the George Camboso hiccup is the one that made a lot of people feel dumb when he was heading with the fight versus Josh Taylor. And a matter of fact, the George Camboso situation and fight with Teofimo Lopez is really now a good for Teo, because now for the rest of his career, because it seems like nobody want to forget about that, for the rest of his career, it's always going to be which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up. Now, I know there's people out there like that feels like, well, you know what I'm saying, the Jermaine Ortiz, what about the Jermaine Ortiz fight? What about a Sandor Martin fight and stuff like that? I believe that people already has their mindset, and I'm talking about the majority of the people, especially in this community, because outside of this community is a whole different type of world. When I see Teofimo Lopez, he gets a lot of love. A lot of people love Teofimo Lopez outside of the ring. But when it comes to this community, the YTBC and the Twitter, when you're not in front of him, it seems like it's 80% hate. One time I told Teofimo Lopez, yo, what's the percentage of you that you feel like you getting love and you getting hate? He said 80-20. He feels 80% people hate him and 20 people support him. But when he's outside of this community, when he's doing his media, when he's doing his media run, when he's going to boxing events, he gets mobbed. It's not the same. Like, you will see that the hate that he gets here, but it's very different when he's in an arena. When he's with the UFC arena in the UFC, when he's going out there in certain award ceremony, when he's going out there in certain fights, he gets mobbed with love. Mobbed with love. But it seems like in this community, he's hated, right? Let's be honest. You're not going to get over the George Camboso situation, and you're not going to get over that it wasn't a whitewash when he faced Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin. The reason why y'all want to give Jermaine Ortiz the benefit of the doubt and Sandor Martin the benefit of the doubt, because he's already a hated fighter. You want to see another downfall to Teofimo Lopez. It's not even about that a person could challenge him. Is that if a person challenges him, is an automatic loss in your opinion? Because let me tell you like this: the Teofimo Lopez spoiled the boxing world by beating Vasily Lomachenko when many thought that he only had a puncher's chance of beating Vasily Lomachenko, until he outperforms that Vasily Lomachenko. And Vasily Lomachenko at the time was pound for pound 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around. In a lot of people's mind, he hasn't topped that, even with the Josh Taylor victory. But people saw Josh Taylor heading into that fight after the Jack Catterall fight. So people still see Teofimo Lopez that his best probably victory was against Vasily Lomachenko. He spoiled the boxing world. And then he had his hiccup with George Kambosos, where people be like, yo, George Kambosos kicked his ass. But if you really look at that fight, go watch that fight again. Go watch that fight again. Without emotions in it. Go watch that fight again. Go watch the championship rounds. Go watch it. Teofimo Lopez put in the championship rounds. Isn't that we always say, man, I've been talking about boxing. I remember when I was younger, we was talking about the Tito Trinidad and Oscar de la Hoya, and it's always been, yo, but if you win the championship rounds, you won. Teofimo Lopez, the champion. Did George Kambosos really take it from Teofimo Lopez after he got dropped in the 10th round? Surviving in the 11th round, and then it was a good back and forth in the 12th round. But Teofimo Lopez won the championship rounds. But you're not giving Teofimo Lopez the benefit of the doubt because you wanted to see a downfall, right? Then when it comes to Jermaine Ortiz was running like a bitch. Let's be real, let's be honest. Jermaine Ortiz was running. He was running. And I see the contradiction of the hypocrisy. This is the same community that was all in awe of Turkey Al Sheikh when he said, I do not want to see no Tom and Jerry. I don't want to see Tom and Jerry anymore. And everybody, 90% of the boxing fans supported that. We was making fun of it. A bunch of people was making channels. Even my brother, Showbiz the Adult, had a petition. In which many people, thousands of boxing fans, signed the petition about Tom and Jerry. We don't want to see no running. But when it comes to Teo versus Jermaine Ortiz, the narrative automatically switches up. You guys diss the guy that wanted to fight in Teo, that was chasing Jermaine Ortiz, that was saying, come on, man, let's fight. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not chasing you around for 12 rounds. But then the boxing world criticized Shakur Stevenson for running from Edo de los Santos. The boxing world criticized Devin Haney from running from Jose Ramirez. But you criticized Teofimo Lopez for chasing Jermaine Ortiz. And signed petitions for Tom and Jerry fight. No Tom and Jerry in boxing. That's when I know that Teofimo Lopez is the number one hated fighter in the sport of boxing. Because Teofimo Lopez will make even the haters switch up. Teofimo Lopez as much as you think that Teofimo Lopez is crazy, Teofimo Lopez makes the boxing world crazy. He'll make motherfuckers switch up like this, the narrative. Nah, man, yo, Shakur's a bitch. Devin Haney's a bitch. Yo, Teo, he couldn't box. He couldn't cut the ring off versus Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz won. Oh, Jermaine Ortiz wasn't running? Well, Jermaine Ortiz ain't run like a bitch like I be saying that Shakur Stevenson was running like a bitch and Devin Haney was running like a bitch. Jermaine Ortiz ain't running like a bitch? That shit sound weird. Teofimo Lopez make this community sound weird. Huh? Yeah. Teofimo Lopez pulled out of the negotiations with Devin Haney because why? Who was he supposed to fight? Y'all forgot? Who was Teofimo Lopez supposed to fight? Hold on. Let me see who still got it here. Give me a shot. Nah, I took it out. Oh, it's here. Who Teofimo Lopez was supposed to fight? Let's see. Because I know he's trending right now. The guy that Teofimo Lopez was supposed to fight, he's trending. Especially this past weekend. Let me take this thing out of the way. For a minute. Hold on. Turkey Al Sheikh has declared that he wants to make Teofimo Lopez versus Jaron Boots Ennis in October on the same card as Ryan versus Devin rematch. He would then like to match the winner and losers against each other in February of 2026. Who Teofimo Lopez was supposed to fight? Let's take it back to memories lane. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to fight Boots. It never was a Devin Haney thing. It was supposed to be the Times Square card was Ryan Garcia fighting Rolly Romero, and Ryan Garcia was supposed to be Rolly Romero, and Devin Haney was supposed to be Jose Ramirez, and Teofimo Lopez was supposed to be Barbosa. And then in October, which is supposed to be November right now it's supposed to be Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez versus Boots. And then in 2026 February, the winner will fight the winner and the loser will fight the loser. Meaning, if Devin Haney would have won, then he would have fought the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Boots Ennis. Vice versa. If Ryan Garcia would have won, then and Teo would have beaten Boots, then they would have fought, and then we see Boots and Devin Haney. Remember, folks, right? Isn't this the same narrative that even Devin Haney fans back in the day said, yo, Lomachenko was supposed to fight Devin Haney because it was supposed to be for the light WBC tournament? Well, Turkey Al Sheikh had a little tournament. And the one that actually sabotaged the whole shit was really Boots not signing and Ryan Garcia not beating Rolly. And then it fell down with the Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. But you got to understand this, and we talked about this for quite some time. Whether you disagree or agree, it is what it is. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to get $11 million in the second fight. And then in the third fight, he was supposed to get upwards of $15 million. The February fight, he was supposed to get $15 million if he was to win the second fight, which is $11 million. So then when they presented that Boots is not going to fight you, then they presented a Devin Haney fight. But they was not going to give him, reportedly, the $11 million that he was supposed to get in his second fight. It was supposed to be either Boots or any high caliber of fighter. The same type of language that they gave Devin Haney. His second fight will be a high caliber fighter, whether Ryan Garcia wins or loses. That's why Devin Haney is still getting the money that he signed for before, because Devin Haney signed a 3-fight deal. Ryan Garcia signed that 3-fight deal. If all wins, Teofimo Lopez signed that 3-fight deal. Those terms before the Barbosa. So he's expecting $11 million. They threw in Devin Haney, but that's not really the fight that we wanted to see in October, November. But here's this little money that Teofimo Lopez tweeted what he tweeted. You know what I'm saying? Got in bad relations with Turkey, and then he had apologized. He sat right back down. They worked and negotiated a deal to get the Devin Haney. He was going to get $8 million, $3 million less than $11 million. But then, of course, those words that he did tweet it, he was second guessing whether it was smart for him to go to Saudi Arabia, because conspiracy theory is that you go out there and they may try to do something to you when they try to jail you, because Turkey is a powerful man and whatnot. Maybe got cold feet. I don't want to do it in Saudi Arabia. You know what? I did go overboard when it came to calling you out, dictator. I don't trust this situation of me going to Saudi Arabia. I'm pulling out, right? Allegedly. Let me take this thing out of the way. But all it is that Teofimo Lopez was prepared to fight the stiffest competition. As a matter of fact, Teofimo Lopez and Times Square was fighting the stiffer competition. Arnold Barboza was undefeated. That was a closer fight where everybody was saying which was the most competitive fight going into the Times Square fight. Everybody said that Teofimo Lopez and Barboza was the more challenging fight. Teofimo Lopez was the only champion in that card. Teofimo Lopez is the one that promoted the whole card, bro. Right? It was already a slap in the face that Teofimo Lopez was playing third fiddle as the only Ring Magazine champion in a Ring Magazine event and is owned by Turkey Al-Sheikh himself, and he gets snubbed. But he took it in the chin. Pause. So now we was frustrated because even I was frustrated because I feel like that Teofimo Lopez was going to beat Devin Haney worse than Ryan Garcia. That's just my opinion. Especially with Teofimo Lopez momentum and Devin Haney's momentum, in which he looked like he was fighting with PTSD. I believe that Teofimo Lopez was going to do a number on Devin Haney. That's a fight that we've been talking about for quite some time, and I feel like that Teofimo Lopez was going to beat the crap out of Devin the Dream Haney and would propel him to be, where he should be right now, and then go into a January fight with a guy like a Shakur or maybe Boots or maybe whatever, or Ryan Garcia, whatever big fight is supposed to be. So even with the frustration that he pulled out of the fight, ladies and gentlemen, Teofimo Lopez fighting Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is more of a difficult fight than Devin Haney. So in the end of the day, as much as we wanted to see Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez because they all accomplished, I still feel that Shakur Stevenson is more of a challenging fight. I think it's a harder fight. I think it's a more difficult fight than the Devin Haney fight, especially with the momentum. Shakur Stevenson got momentum. Teo got momentum. I believe that Shakur Stevenson is a slightly better fighter than Devin Haney. I think his IQ is better. I think his defense is better. I think his accuracy is better. I just think overall, just a little bit. And Devin Haney is a very, very good fighter. Is a very, very good fighter. I think Shakur Stevenson is has more confidence. I think Shakur Stevenson got a bigger chip on his shoulder. I think Shakur Stevenson is more assured of himself than a Devin Haney as recently. We're going to see Devin Haney in a couple of weeks. Next week, we're going to see if he's going to perform like he did versus Regis Prograis, or he's going to perform like he did versus Jose Ramirez. And he said Teo ain't beating Shakur. Okay, but I believe it's going to be a close fight anyway. I'm not mad that people may think that Shakur could beat Teofimo Lopez. And hey, I got Teofimo Lopez beating Shakur Stevenson. I got it as a very competitive fight. I got this fight like if it was Roy Jones Jr. and James Toney, Teofimo Lopez being Roy Jones, Shakur Stevenson being James Toney. Both on the same level, but there's a gift that Teofimo Lopez got that Shakur Stevenson just doesn't got. The twitch muscle, the athleticism, and the things of that nature, that's just something that Teofimo Lopez was blessed with that Shakur just doesn't have. And that is going to be the it factor, in my opinion. They're on the same level. They're highly technical. Their IQ was all the way up. They have great amateur pedigree. They was the men. They was the best in their class. Gary Antoine Russell, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. Those were their best in their class. Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo. Jackie, what do we want? Jackie, what do we need? Jackie. He said Teo gonna keep getting smoked. I bet against Teo. Bet against Teo. I love it. I love that energy. I love that energy because I also love to hear the hypocrisy. I hate it and love it. Because what is Teofimo Lopez's reputation? Teofimo Lopez's reputation is that he fights to the level of his competition. Well, Shakur Stevenson, pound for pound. Shakur Stevenson, 3-division world champion, unified the titles in the super featherweight division. Bet against Tio like y'all bet against Tio versus Loma. Bet against Tio when y'all heard that he was questioning himself and y'all made fun of him. And look what he did to Josh Taylor. He humbled y'all once, he humbled y'all twice. And how much you want to bet that he humbles you the third time? Bet against Tio, baby. Bet against him. I dare you. I dare you. Because as much as you can hate Tio or not hate Tio, just feel like, you know what? Damn, Shakur Stevenson is just that good. You know Teofimo Lopez turns it up all the way up when he's fighting a high caliber fighter. You know he turns it up. Everybody knows it. His supporters and his massive haters know it. Do you want him to humble you the third time? Y'all haven't learned, huh? You haven't learned. Okay. Bet against Tio. He's going to be the underdog too. He'll earn you some money. But bet against him. Bet against the favorite. Bet against the favorite. This ain't no shades on Shakur. I believe, again, this could be 115, 113, 116, 112. It goes to a decision. I know what y'all questioning right now. Damn. But if Jermaine Ortiz could use his legs and box around, then he'll win. But look at the Sando Martin. Sando Martin. Look at Sando Martin. If he can do what Sando Martin did, if he does what Sando Martin did, Shakur Stevenson gonna win. Well, let me break it to you, because it seems like y'all forgot. If Shakur Stevenson fight like Jermaine Ortiz lost. If Shakur Stevenson fights like Sando Martin lost. So go ahead, Shakur Stevenson. Fight like Jermaine Ortiz. Fight like Sando Martin. Because if he does, he's going to lose. See? Y'all saying what challenges Teofimo Lopez? Oh, man, I thought he lost. I thought you thought wrong. Oh, that's the style that is difficult for Teofimo Lopez. One guy wrote to me early on. He said, hey, yo, Teofimo Lopez does horrible against southpaws. I say you must be a novice in the sport of boxing, because can you tell me which was his best wins of his career? And can you tell me what stands did they fight in? What stands did? What is Lomachenko? Orthodox? What is Josh Taylor? Orthodox? I don't know. I'm new to boxing. Can you tell me? Teofimo Lopez does what? Teofimo Lopez is a bad mover with southpaws. Are y'all comparing Canelo Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez? It seems like y'all bringing the narrative of Canelo Alvarez and put it on Teofimo Lopez. No, he's bad with slick southpaw fighters. They lost. See, it will even make sense if somebody be like, nah, man, Teofimo Lopez have trouble with a person that throws a lot of combinations and stuff like that, and was willing to fight him and try to throw combinations in between his shots, like George Camboso. Well, I don't hear that. Why do I hear more that, oh, no, man, he can't. I'm telling you, if Shakur Stevenson does what Jermaine Ortiz and Sando Martin does, shit, Teofimo Lopez is going to lose. Why don't say that Shakur Stevenson should fight like George Camboso? Because that's when he lost. But y'all don't want to hear that. So y'all giving Shakur Stevenson a blueprint for him to lose. People are dumb. I don't know. Right? Y'all should be saying, hey, yo, Shakur Stevenson should fight like George Camboso to beat Tio. Why don't I say that? You know why? Because at the end of the day, you know and I know that it was a fluke. So you won't say that Shakur Stevenson should fight like George Camboso and stand in the middle of the ring with Teofimo Lopez and he could win. You guys rather give Shakur Stevenson a strategy for him to lose. Because the strategy that y'all named, T.O.B. I understand that for y'all, it seemed like a close fight. But in a close fight, he lost. So guess what? If y'all think that Shakur Stevenson gonna do it with Jermaine Ortiz and Sando Martin did, okay, challenging, close, and he lose, just like them. I'm just saying. I'm just going by the people that repeats these reputations and narratives and assessments. It's all right. I'm all good. I'm okay listening to people saying that Shakur Stevenson could be a Teofimo Lopez. He's a great fighter, pound for pound. Both of these fighters are pound for pound, in my opinion. I got T.O. beating Shakur Stevenson, but I can understand if you come with a legit analysis based off Shakur Stevenson's skill set. But when I hear Shakur could do what Jermaine Ortiz and Sando Martin did, all you telling me is he's going to lose. He's going to lose. Because let's bring that same analysis that people are trying to push towards Tio, the same analysis that they use and assessment that they use, or the weaknesses that they use of Canelo, they want to put it on Tio, which is all wrong. I don't understand y'all, because his best victory was against one of the best footworks of this generation. Lomachenko had the best footwork. When is the fight announcement? Rahul said with a $2 down, my brother. The announcement will be coming soon. They figure out the undercard, but it's coming soon, and it has to be announced by the guy himself. They have a disclosure agreement that they can that Tio nor Shakur Stevenson could announce it. So they're not going to announce it. They are waiting for the powers that be to announce it. Good looking out. Appreciate you. That's a 50-50 fight. Tio got more power than Cepeda, and also he gets up for tough fights. That's what we know about Tio, right? Now, what is the misconception? Not the misconception, but I hear a lot that Shakur Stevenson is all the way a defensive fighter, and like if Tio don't have good defense. Let me break it down. Shakur Stevenson he does fight defensively. But the reason why it looks like he has better defense than Tio is because Tio takes more risks than Shakur Stevenson. Tio is more sure of himself offensively, taking risk. It looks like Shakur got better defense than Teofimo Lopez. But when Shakur Stevenson goes out there and throws some punches, he don't got better defense than Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to say it again. When Shakur Stevenson throws punches and risk it, he's not a better defender than a Teofimo Lopez when Teofimo Lopez is out there risking and throwing punches. Anybody disagree? I'm not saying it's all the way, like the numbers is all the way like off and has a huge gap. No. But the misconception is that Shakur Stevenson is a way the better defensive fighter than the Teofimo Lopez. Is wrong. Is that Teofimo Lopez is confident he could take the risk, and he is sure of himself that when he risks it, throwing some body shots, his reflexes gets him out of the way. His special reflex and defense and catching and parry shots. Go watch Teofimo Lopez versus Barbosa in slow motion. How many of y'all do film study? I'm not talking about watch boxing. How many of y'all do film study? And you're going to really see when you slow it down. I put the 9th round on slow motion, and I put it on Twitter once before. So you could see how special Teofimo Lopez is in the defensive end. The thing is, we see he got offense. We like Teofimo Lopez offense. It's almost, I'm gonna give you an example. Mike Tyson was very great at the defensive end. Mike Tyson did not get hit a lot in his career, but his offense was so good that people really never saw his defense. Peekaboo style. What is peekaboo style, ladies and gentlemen? That's hit and not get hit also. That is the defensive. The peekaboo style is a counter defensive style. He would duck, slip shots, get on the inside, barbecue your rib, hit you with uppercuts, switch, pivot. He does everything. Mike Tyson was doing everything off being a defensive fighter. Mike Tyson did not get hit a lot. And that's the difference. The thing is, we'll categorize Devin and Shakur as a great defensive fighters. But Shakur and Haney, I think I said it right? Haney and Shakur categorized as defensive fighter. But they don't take the risk like Teo, Tank, Boots, Virgil. You know what I'm saying? Bam. Inoue. They're just more risky. They have so much confidence in their offense that while they're being offensive, they still could be defensive at the same time. You understand? But when Devin Haney risk it and Shakur risk it, they get hit a lot. I'm going to give you an example. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. When Devin Haney went out there to go for it, what happened to Devin Haney? What happened to Devin Haney? When Devin Haney went out of his defensive, not taking risk comfort and stand in the middle of the ring and trying to trace some shots, what happened to Devin Haney? Where was Devin Haney's defense versus Ryan Garcia? When he takes risk, where's his defense? Let's say William Cepeda. We did not see Shakur Stevenson take risks like he did with William Cepeda. Am I right or wrong? Even versus Oscar Valdez. Versus Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson was out there really, really throwing some shots, right? Check out the numbers. See, I think I'm the only one that's going to be talking about this because I know people listening to me right now be like, "What you talking about, Punch?" Nah, hell no. Shakur's a way better defensive fighter. No. Let me give you that. Let me break you down a couple of numbers here. Let me see if I got it right here. Let me break you down a couple of numbers right here. Let me upload it right here so we could really chop it up. Let me upload this right quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna load up so I could understand what I'm talking about. Hold on. Okay. Give me a second. Come on, it didn't load up. Didn't load up. Okay. All right. Let's not go with this fight. This is the Lomachenko fight. Hold on. Okay. Look at this. This is Teofimo Lopez versus Sando Martin. Sando Martin landed 77 shots. 77 shots Sando Martin landed. Teofimo Lopez outlanded Sando Martin in 8 out of the 10 rounds. And people were saying that Teofimo Lopez lost. Teofimo Lopez outlanded Sando Martin 8 out of the 10th round. But people was bitching and it was crazy. But anyway, Sando Martin landed 77 shots while Teofimo Lopez was chasing him. But let's go to this. Let's go to this. Let me see. I want to go to the Shakur Stevenson one. This is Barbosa. No, we need the Shakur Stevenson one. Hi, no, Jermaine OT. Look at the Jermaine OT, Jermaine OT, not this one, not this one. Oh, that was Taylor. Look at how much Taylor landed. Taylor landed 82 shots while Teofimo Lopez was taking risks. Teofimo Lopez landed more shots versus the Vasily Lomachenko fight. Landed more shots versus the Josh Taylor. Look at Josh Taylor. 82 shots landed while Teofimo Lopez taking risks. Josh Taylor landed 82 shots. Nobody lands more than 100 shots on Teofimo Lopez. The only one that was close, it was Vasily Lomachenko, in which Teofimo Lopez landed 50 shots in the 12th round. Teofimo Lopez landed way more shots. If y'all saw the first one that I put on, look at Shakur Stevenson, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if y'all hear me. Shakur Stevenson versus William Cepeda. William Cepeda landed 272 shots on Shakur Stevenson when Shakur Stevenson finally took risks. Let's not forget that Tevin Farmer gave William Cepeda a run for his money that got knocked out by Kid Austin in the first round. The reason why we love this fight by Shakur Stevenson is because he actually did what many people wanted him to do, is take risks. But how was his defense when he took risks? How was Shakur Stevenson defense when he took risks? See, when he risked it like a guy like Tio, when he risked it like a guy like Tank, when he risked it throwing shots like a Boots, like a Virgil, Shakur Stevenson defense go out the window. He gets hit. He's not a great defensive fighter once he take risk. See, when you don't take risk and you're not there to be, you're making sure you're not going to be touched. You're making sure, even like the Edo de los Santos, I'm going to run. Then of course they're going to label you like you're a great defensive fighter. But when you take risk, are you good in the defensive end when you do take the risk? Can you do what Roy Jones Jr. did early in his career, where he could throw so many shots and be in copy box? What was it? He's the only one in copy box that a person didn't land a punch. That's skill. That is elite defense. When you throwing shots and still you don't get hit. That's what I'm talking about. When Shakur does and approaches a fight like a Tio, like what you deem is offensive, he gets hit. That's why leading up to the fight, people be like, well, he take the risk. He will run. See, Tio don't have to just sit back and run to be defensive. Tio could sit right in the middle of the ring and make you miss and make you pay. Right? Now, hold on. Let me put this one. Let me put this one. Give me a second. Let me put this one. Which is this one? Check out the numbers. The numbers, they say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't, right? Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. When Shakur Stevenson take risks, Oscar Valdez landed 110 shots. 110 power shots. He only landed 6 jabs. So that's 104 power shots that Oscar Valdez landed when Shakur Stevenson decides to take risks. Then his defense is really not this, Floyd Mayweather level. No, he's good. He's a good, he could. That's the difference between him and Tio. Look at now, and I showed you how much. Look, I showed y'all Tio. When Tio is offensive, people ain't landing no 100 shots like that. Yeah, a couple fights here and there, but for the most part, people ain't landing 100 shots. Josh Taylor didn't land over 100 shots. Jermaine Ortiz didn't land over 100 shots. Martin didn't land over 100 shots. So they're deep. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that Shakur Stevenson. I think that people in the analysis have that Shakur Stevenson is a way better defensive fighter than Teofimo Lopez. No, Shakur Stevenson is a fighter that doesn't take the type of risk like Teofimo Lopez. That's the difference. It's not that Tio is not a defensive fighter also. It's not that Teofimo Lopez can't defend himself. Teofimo Lopez is highly qualified and elite in defending himself, in catching shots. That's why he got the catch and shoot. Catching shots, parry the shot. He will hook your elbow. He will hook he will hook your forearm. He will parry that shit. He's like seconds ahead. Charles Edward. Yes, sir. La música de casa, la música de casa, la música de casa. Con los 10 pesos, los 10 pesos, los 10 pesos. Who has more prime?
He's rich. He is rich. He got his own money. I tell you, he's got his own money. I mean, the boy has got his own money.
DJ Camelo Alex Sensation. Págame la música. Who has more prime scalps? What that mean? Prime scalps. Can you elaborate on that one, Queso, for me? I actually don't understand what you mean. Scalps in the hair? Prime scalps? I'm sorry I didn't catch it. Maybe it was a joke. I don't know. What you mean? Can you elaborate that for me, brother? Quiero when the Native Americans took scalps of the whites. Quiero caballundo. Caballundo took scalps of the güera. Shit is coming. Me dice amigo. Who has more prime scalps? I don't know. I say this though. Teofimo Lopez got a better resume. I think Teofimo Lopez been challenged more. I think Teofimo Lopez have better accomplishments. I think Teofimo Lopez has offensively is more sure of himself. I think that Shakur Stevenson is growing. I think Shakur Stevenson probably gained the confidence, but did he gain the confidence? I think that Shakur Stevenson just gave the fans what they wanted to see from him, but he's not going to go and fight like that versus Teo. And then also when Teo is actually throwing the jab, when he's doubling the jab versus Barbosa, he was quadrupling the jab. Teofimo Lopez is one of the best in creating distance after getting on the inside. How he jumps right back out. Got a great straight right hand to the body and stuff, jumps right back out of range. Shakur always backpedals. He rarely moves forward or side to side. Ring IQ convinced all the bozos that Teo is scared of black fighters, and he fights like a black fighter. The definition of what people deem as fighting like a black fighter, even the black fighters will say that he fights like a black fighter. Teofimo Lopez is not. I like people forget Teofimo Lopez don't have what they call a quote unquote Mexican style. Teofimo Lopez got groomed and trained by a black trainer. Teofimo Lopez was training with the Gary Russells 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. That's why Teofimo Lopez have that type of style. Teo, sometimes because Teo is a light-skinned Latino, they consider maybe Mexican. Oh, Teofimo Lopez actually does fight like the black slick fighter with power. He does from the South. Because Teo also is from Florida, from the South. So he got that Roy Jones Jr. flair. He has that slick down South style. And they all know it. They all came up in the amateurs. They all friends. Hold on. Good looking out, Queso. Appreciate you, my brother. Hey, yo, Queso, how you doing? How you doing? Let me know. How you doing? How's the health? I want to know. How's life, my brother? How's life, my brother? You know, my brother, I always got you on my prayers, my brother. Always got you on my prayers, man. Always want your health and everything to be good. Your life is good. The health is all right. You know what I'm saying? Teo's from Broward County. Yeah, it's down south. Teofimo is a sleek counterpuncher. Yep. So all I'm saying is, when y'all making your analysis, your assessment of Teo versus Shakur, don't think that the only highly technical defensive fighter is Shakur Stevenson. Because let me tell you like this. If Teo goes out there and wants to fight, let me tell you like this. It's easy for Teo to approach a fight like Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson for the most part. I think that Shakur Stevenson, like when he feels like the fans is really getting on him, he switches up and he want to prove for the fans that he could throw down. I think that his hands, I think that he just doesn't have the type of power. I think that his hands is not going to let him really go after a guy like Teo. I know that Shakur is not going to take the same risk that he took with William Cepeda. I think that he could see the punches coming from William Cepeda better than Teofimo Lopez. And up to this part, Shakur Stevenson maybe spar everybody. He sparred with Teo. He knows Teo. Everybody knows all these guys know each other. But with the 8-ounce gloves, no headgear, And now Teofimo Lopez has got this man, has his man strength. And people going to question, but Tio haven't knock out no 140 pounder outside of Pedro Compa. He hasn't knocked nobody out. Teofimo Lopez is never a knockout artist. He was never in that this the kid dynamite straight off the gate. No, in the pros, yeah, he was knocking out people and stuff like that, but that wasn't really his style. He always been a counter puncher, a slick counter puncher that got great movement. That's why I told y'all that he was going to outbox Vasily Lomachenko, and y'all thought that I was crazy. No, you only got to punch his chance. You only got to punch it. No, he was going to outbox Vasily Lomachenko. I told y'all. When Teofimo Lopez fights, when Teofimo Lopez fight slick Gordo style, like he did versus Loma, like he did versus Taylor, like he did versus Barbosa, ain't nothing. I'm going to tell you like this. When Teofimo Lopez is working on all cylinders, and now he's at an age and his intellect and physical ability is coexisting at the highest level. I'm telling y'all right now, ain't nobody moving up from 135, ain't nobody at 140, and nobody at 147 is going to beat Teofimo Lopez. When Teofimo Lopez is working on all cylinders, Teofimo Lopez is by far the better fighter out of all these guys at 140, 147, and guys moving up from 135. And yeah, I will tell you that. Even a lot of people hate Teofimo Lopez. They know. They know. If Tio approaches a fight like Haney and Shakur and say, you know what, I'm going out there and I'm not going to be hit, Tio could do that easily. Easily. I'm going to tell you like this. Teofimo Lopez could fight like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney easier. He'll make it look easier. If he be like, you know what, I don't care about the fans. I don't care about entertaining or nothing like that. I'm not going to get hit today. You don't think that Tio could do what Devin Haney did to Jose Ramirez? You don't think that Teofimo Lopez is more athletic than Devin Haney? He'll do it even better. Tio is way better. Of course, everybody knows that. Even Shakur Stevenson knows that. Even Shakur knows that. Hold on. Even Shakur knows that.
Tio is a bad motherfucker. Like, I respect Teofimo. I respect his skills. I respect that he fights everybody. Tio is not no fighter that ducks anybody. He wants to fight the best, and he'll get in the ring with anybody. So, much respect to Tio. Definitely mutual respect on mine. Definitely mutual respect on mine.
Do what Devin Haney could do. If Tio wants to make this a boring fight, Tio will make it a boring fight. But Tio is the one that's going to have to dictate the pace and the terms of this fight. I disagree. Tio ain't better, especially if he's the performance against. Y'all still stuck. That's what I mean. Like things like this. Y'all gotta wake up. That's 5 years ago, lady. That's almost 5 years ago. Y'all still stuck on this. You guys are still stuck. Oh, he got better skills. Remember Camboso? Like, can you imagine if y'all play the same narrative when Manny Pacquiao lost early in his career? Oh, I mean, Cotto gonna beat him because he lost to Torres Compa. Oscar De La Hoya gonna beat him because he beat Torres Compa. I mean, Marquez gonna beat him. Barrera gonna beat him. Morales gonna beat him. Everybody gonna beat him. Like, why y'all stay with the same robotic assessment? Like, why y'all stay with the same robotic assessment? If anybody fights like they did in their worst moment, then they lose every fight. We could say that about everybody. We could say that about everybody. If Devin Haney fights the way he did Ryan Garcia, he gets knocked out by Brian Newman Jr. Right? If Deontay Wilder fights like he did Tyson Fury, he gets knocked out by Alexander Usyk. Of course, that's an easy assessment, bro. So you playing so Kenny, you playing the triangle theory. So because Devin Haney outclassed Camboso, so that means that Devin Haney can outclass Tio because he outclassed Camboso. So why the hell did Tim Tszyu lose to Fundura when Brian Mendoza beat Fundura? Then Brian Mendoza should have beat Tim Tszyu. Right? Right, Kenny? Why didn't Brian Mendoza do to Tim Tszyu the way that he did to Fundura? And why did Fundura do that to Tim Tszyu? Ain't no really such thing as triangle theory, man. There's really there's no really triangle theory. It's no, okay then, all right, okay. So Rolly Romero beats the crap out of Devin Haney because he beat Ryan and Ryan beat Devin. Rolly Romero beats the crap out of Devin Haney. Right? Okay, so Lamont Roach beats Ryan Garcia. Because a lot of people feel Lamont Roach beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Right? Lamont Roach beats Ryan Garcia. Correct? Top tier fighters logically will study their opponents thoroughly to find flaws to take advantage. I think that Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson know each other very well. I think they have scouted each other. You know what I'm saying? But I think it will be a close fight, a challenging fight. Teofimo Lopez will be the underdog. And I think that we've seen Teofimo Lopez when he's the underdog. We've seen Teofimo Lopez when he fights the level of the competition, right? That's his reputation. He fights to the level, he performs to the level of his competition. We all know what Teofimo Lopez does when he faces caliber fighters like a Shakur Stevenson, pound for pound caliber fighters. We know what Teofimo Lopez, how he turns up. So if y'all gonna analyze this fight like the Loma, like the Taylor, no, nah, but I think that Shakur, okay. All right. Bet against Tio. And he's the underdog. Shit, even if you hated Tio, if you want to win money, you bet. you bet on Tio. But go ahead, bet against Tio. Lose again. But it's a short live, ladies and gentlemen. It's short live. Shakur gonna beat Teofimo in a boring fight. Shakur moves forward and still can't sell. I mean, Shakur is a good fighter, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. I don't know why y'all think it's going to be some type of boring fight. The Lomachenko and Tio in the second half wasn't a boring fight. That's what I'm saying. Tio could box. If he just want to be like, I'm going to go and box you, he'll do you like he did Barbosa. I could box you and go after you. Like a Josh Taylor. He could be highly calculated, like he did Lomachenko. He could be highly like a counter puncher and really go for the power and sit right there and stand in the line of fire, like he did with Comey. He could go to war with you, even like he did with Cambosa. I could be like, oh, hey, Cambosa, he went to war. Yeah, he went to war with him. And I knew his conditions. One of my favorite fights was actually, to be honest, and I said it 1,000 times. Y'all can believe me or not, because I was with Teofimo Lopez in that fight week. It still amazed me that he got through with that fight. It still amazed me. Still amazed me. I said to this, I'm still amazed. I'm still amazed. I'm still amazed. Y'all not gonna understand. I wish for real they did a documentary on that. I wish. I feel like and I said this millions of times, and I know there's a lot of fighters that have gone through things like that and they still step inside the ring. But because I seen what he went through. I seen it. I seen where his mom crying and the family is forcing him to go to the emergency room, and he's saying, I'm going to go fight tomorrow, with me or not. And his father and his mother is begging him. And he like, no, I cannot pull off from this fight, because I pull out, then all the fighters in the card is not gonna get paid and all of that. And I told Teofimo Lopez on a Wednesday, I said, yo, my man, why you gonna fight? He said, Punch, I got to. Yo, bro, you don't got to. He like, nah, man, there's a lot at stake. And I don't want to postpone this fight. Been postponed the whole year. I don't want to postpone this fight. I got to do it for the fans. I even told Teofimo Lopez, bro, myself, I said, man, never do it for the fans again, bro. Because at the end of the day, look how they treated you. They don't know what you went through, my brother. Look how they treated you. They don't care about you. Remember what fans pay for. We pay for enough to see another human strip the life of another human. Your health is the last shit they're going to care about. A fighter's health is the last shit we care about. And I say, yo, Tio, you remind me of my son, because my son got chronic asthma. So when my son used to get sick, my oldest son, and he get chronic asthma, he's in the hospital. He's been hospitalized for 4 days and stuff like that. Like, lungs collapse. And that Wednesday, I remember, I said, yo, you reminding me of my son right now. Why you gonna fight, bro? Then Thanksgiving happened. Then the weigh-in, after the weights, and yo, in the weigh-in, he was already got hooked up in the machine. I'm like, man. I said, then he went out there and fight like that. I said, this dude was really, like, he's really like, yo, when Tio said, I'm really willing to die in that ring, a lot of fighters say that, but I'm like, yo, this dude is really willing to die in that ring. He's really willing to die. Like, leave it all. But y'all can, it's my word, but if I don't say the truth, then I'll be fake. But the George Kambosos fight, I still feel like that's the best Teofimo Lopez fight, just because I know what he was going through leading up to the fight. Like, I don't think I ever been more proud of Tio than the George Kambosos fight to this day. He had the best win of Taylor and Loma, but me as a supporter, as a friend, as a fan, I never been more proud of Tio since the Kambosos fight. I mean, that's the fight, the moment before the fight, after the fight, and still going through what he's going. I'm like, yo, you crazy, bro. Yo, you crazy, man. Yo, you got a son, bro. Earl was sick when he fought Bud, but there's no excuses. I'm not giving to you no excuse. Once you step inside that ring, there is no excuses. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm letting y'all know as a boxing, if y'all respect my inside information or things that you may not know, and how I of course I believe, like I said before, I believe that there's a lot of fighters that go through shit leading up to the fight. I was just preview. I just noticed. I was just there. I was there. When everybody on Friday, everybody was in the lobby. A lot of people in boxing was in the lobby. The WBO president, WBC, we was all chilling in the lobby in the lounge of the hotel. 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And his mother coming down with pajamas. And I'm chilling, we chilling with Senior and saying, yo, we got to get him to the hospital. She crying. We need to get him out. He can't breathe. He doesn't want to go to the emergency. He doesn't want to go to the emergency room. People working on his neck. I'm telling you, it was crazy. That night was crazy. It was crazy. He couldn't rehydrate, couldn't eat nothing. It was crazy. And then when I'm like, yo, man, I'm like, yo, man, just take him. He told his dad, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna go out there alone or not. His father was okay. You're my son, so I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna support. I gotta be out there. You was actually there and witnessed what he was going through, and others don't know what he went through. That's what I'm saying. Swoosh. That's why I said to this day, I say, yo, y'all could bet on Tio all y'all want. I ain't never betting. I would never bet on. I'll never bet against that dude. I've been in gyms. I've been around fighters, and let me tell you like this: I never seen nobody work harder than that dude. I never seen nobody work harder than that dude. He got a chip on his shoulder, and I think that the reason why Teofimo Lopez truly got a chip on his shoulder is because he truly made it out the mud. He never had a co-signer. He never had the Floyd Mayweathers or the Roy Jones around him like the Shakurs and the Haneys have them. He never had the co-signer like Ryan Garcia with Oscar de la Hoyas and stuff like that. It was just him and his dad. And then I think just like when Roy Jones Jr. got robbed in the Olympics and Floyd Mayweather got robbed in the Olympics, and the way Teofimo Lopez is the only American amateur to win the USA Olympic trials in 100+ year, and he didn't represent USA. That right there hurt. He got heartbroken, and with that, it was a chip on his shoulder. That's why he fought for Honduras. So he came to the professional level with the chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? He still don't get the just due. He still don't get paid like the other guy. He wasn't getting paid like Haney, Shakur, and everybody, but yet he's taking the most risk. So to be honest, Tio is really at his best when he does got a chip on his shoulder. And I think that he's going to have a bigger chip on his shoulder versus Shakur Stevenson. Because you know what? He's going to see Shakur Stevenson get supported by Bud, Turk, the powers that be. Floyd Mayweather, they all gonna side. A lot of people gonna support, and it's just gonna be Tio. He gonna have that chip on his shoulder. And when Teofimo Lopez really want to prove that he the best, I'm telling you, Tio's gonna win. Tio's gonna win. Because for Tio, he's just not fighting the guy in front of him. He's fighting the whole system. Watch. Bet against Tio. I dare you to bet against Tio. Come Shakur versus Shakur Stevenson. You're going to see. You're going to see the difference. I think Shakur Stevenson wants to be great. I think Shakur Stevenson truly wants to be great. And I think that Teofimo Lopez would die to be great. He just doesn't want to win. He want to win in spectacular fashion. He wants all the flowers. He's willing to die to be the greatest. I think if you ask Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, how would you want to die? Tio will say, I would rather die in the ring. He said that's his paradise. Tio is crazy than Shakur. I'm saying the mentality. And I'm not saying I know Shakur. I don't know Shakur. So maybe he got a different, but what I've seen and how he approaches things, I got Tio versus Shakur. Y'all already know, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless. And on to the next tomorrow. We back at it, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Love you, God bless. And on to the next. Stay tuned. I don't know. Let's go. It's guess out here. I know he said something about the Christmas. I don't know. It's up to him. But subscribe to the channel, become a member to the channel, and let's say maybe one day you get lucky. Love you. God bless, and on to the next. God bless. You already know the best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. You know, it's all, hey, Guo, relax, Guo, relax. Email me.